Hello and welcome. This is Thinking Out Loud, and I'm Tumogna. I don't really think of this as a podcast, more like a string of voice notes sent late at night from me to you, now arriving just in time for your morning coffee or a quiet walk. Before we begin, I invite you to pause. How are you today? How does your heart feel? Whether it's steady or shaken, I hope this space holds you kindly. I'm sorry I disappeared for a while. I have this habit of starting something, and sometimes I can't follow through because I think that people may not be interested in what I have to say or show. But a very kind listener left a very sweet comment on my first episode on YouTube, and it really helped me. I had stopped after one episode because I felt unsure and demotivated, but their words reminded me that even one person is enough. Maybe sharing from the heart doesn't need to go viral or be heard by 1,000 people to matter. I like what they said, and you can go and check out the comment on my previous episode. They were talking about finding your why. It's less about the metrics, even though it's hard to get out of that. And this is a topic that we'll talk about multiple times. But they said, I hope you can continue to do what you do only because you love to do it. Create because you love to create. Think out loud because you love to think out loud. And it's so wonderful when somebody's there to remind you that this is what it's about. Consistency and showing up can be difficult, especially when you're in an echo chamber and it feels like shouting into the void and there's no response. Likes, views, follows, they're always loud, but they don't reflect the truth of our work. Well, not always. I think this is a very important point that creative people always stray from, but always return to. You know, your why doesn't have to be perfect or permanent. It shifts just like you do. It changes every day. Your why can be about your expression, about connection, about courage. Your art has to reflect who you are. And who you are can grow and evolve, and should grow and evolve with time. So after I read that comment, I wanted to start again. And I hope this time I can keep at it. So Centered Creations, if you're listening, thank you. Something I've been trying to do is asking myself, what part of me is this for? Whatever I'm doing, and I'm a bit of a creative maniac. I try to pick up a lot of different media, different types of expression, and I bounce back and forth. I try something and I let it go, or it sticks. But I always try to ask myself, what part of me is this for? Who do I want to reach, even if it's just one person? And I think it's difficult to imagine that there could be somebody who's not your friend, a stranger in the world, who's interested in what you have to say. But the truth of the matter is, everybody's always searching for something. And if you are also on this path of searching and you're sharing your journey, somebody will resonate with that. Right now, I'm in a very transitional period of my life. I turned 25 last month, and my life is taking a huge turn. I'm moving to a different country, leaving my home, my family, my cats, and everything that I'm familiar with to start fresh, from scratch, in a new country. And it's all to pursue my creative career. That uncertainty of what's going to happen, of where I'm going to be, of who I'm going to meet and what I'm about to do is nudging me to return to my inner compass. It's reminding me to feel grounded, to make sure I'm still rooted in the kind of art I want to make, in the kind of person I want to be. When everything outside shifts, creating can feel like an anchor. But your anchor should not weigh you down. You should not feel stuck with what you're making. As a creative, sometimes if something goes viral or if a lot of people tell you that It's amazing. You might want to keep making the same thing, and that's completely fine if it resonates with you. Keep going. But I've heard and I've experienced this burnout that is caused by this anchor or these shackles that we tie to ourselves. This is who I am. I have to keep making this, otherwise, I will lose the people who care about me and my art. These thoughts keep going on in our brains, but that's not true. Your anchor should be lifted and dropped at whichever shore you are on the way to. Your art is the ship, but you are the captain, and the open seas are the adventure of life. So if you dock permanently at one shore, you are just now a citizen, a resident of that little island. So anytime you feel like you want to try something new, you need to try something new, remember you are the captain of your ship and you can lift your anchor, sail however far you want, and dock wherever you're comfortable. Recently, I've been listening to Bob Proctor, a wonderful visionary who, although has left this world, continues to inspire a lot of people who come across his words. What he talks about consistently, what he teaches essentially, is knowing that you are the master of your life and whatever you think, you create. Two of my favorite quotes that I want to share with you that I'm trying to incorporate into my daily life are from two authors. One is Wallace Wattles and the other is Bob Proctor. Wallace Wattles says, "You need not hesitate about asking largely." And if you follow that up with Bob Proctor, he says, "If you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand." A few powerful statements that I think are very important to me, and if you can grasp what they're saying, it's quite life-changing. I'm trying to ground my practice within this sphere, this realm of understanding of I'm allowed to ask largely because I know that I can earn and achieve large things. I don't have to make myself small, fit into a little box of metrics and followers of social media. I don't have to worry about creating and earning money because I know that I can do it. And please don't get me wrong, I know it's difficult. I can assure you that being a freelancer or being an artist can come with its difficulties, but it also comes with so much joy. It comes with so much fulfillment. And I'm trying to shift my focus to the latter. Now, if you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand is quite transformational because this means that even if what I'm imagining, what I'm envisioning is not right now in front of my eyes or within my reach or in my hand, if I consistently hold the vision to be a better artist, to build a business that I want, to earn the money that I want, if I hold this vision consistently, it will transform in various ways, in various circumstances and coincidence and happy accidents, like Bob Ross says, to reach me, and I will be able to succeed. Success just means that you're showing up, that you are feeling the joy from whatever it is that you're doing. It's less about metrics, it's less about statistics, it's less about the numbers. It's more about whether you're able to show up consistently for the thing that you stand for, or the thing that you love doing, or whether you're able to consistently find your purpose, your why. And I'm struggling with that sometimes because now that I'm moving, I have to rely on myself. I have to think about bills and rent and real life things. But I really want to do this. I really want to be an artist full time. And even if there's a shadow of a doubt, it's okay. Doubt is not bad, but you cannot dwell in doubt. So if you're interested, you can go and read more about what Bob Proctor, Wallace Wattles, Esther and Jerry Hicks, and all these visionaries have to say. But if there's something that you can take away from today is, you are the creator of your own life. You are in control. And because there is a power that stays with you, within you, a power that guides you, whatever name you want to give this power, you can never go wrong. You can never fail because everything is a happy accident. I love that Bob Ross says happy accidents because when you start thinking of every quote unquote failure as a happy accident, there is no fear. There's no tension with, oh, it didn't work out the way I hoped. Because now you can follow that up with, it didn't work out like I hoped, but oh my god, it's working out so much better than that. Coming from this grounded positivity, I want to talk about a very small inspired action that I took recently. I'm a writer, I'm a poet, and I'm trying to reconnect with my poetry. So I started a little project, a little shop called The Friendly Spell Shop. Combining my poetry with my illustrations, I want to offer customized, personalized poetry that serve kind of like incantations, little chants of affirmation, something that you can always return to. I'm currently offering two products. One is called A Pocket Elixir, and the other is called the Wizard's Draw. I'll put a link in my description, which you can go and check out the Notion page where I describe what each of these products are. And it just kind of happened to me one day. It kind of came like an inspired thought. I just woke up one morning after a couple weeks of introspection and reflection, and I thought, this is a great idea. And this is something that I would love to see, to have. So why shouldn't I offer it to people? And sometimes I'm hesitant to monetize on something, but then again, I go back to this thought that if there's something I can offer to somebody that helps them or resonates with them, and if I can get a monetary return from it, it just means that I can continue to offer this to people, that I can continue to build and create and put out a message or whatever I have to say that will resonate with somebody, that might help somebody, because I have this monetary cushion that keeps protecting me from my bills. So if you're interested in these little incantations, this little bit of magic, you can check out the Notion page that I have in my description, and you can comment or send me a message if you want to know more about it. I just want to wrap this up by saying, if you're feeling lost or like your work doesn't matter, it does. Somebody is listening, somebody is watching. And I didn't believe that until Centered Creations left me a beautiful comment that basically made me realize that I should just keep making, even if nobody's listening, because somebody is listening. You don't need an audience of hundreds to be worthy, but you can have an audience of hundreds. But it always starts with one, and then it becomes 10, 20, 50, 100, and then thousands. So create for yourself, find your anchor, but do not be afraid to sail across the open oceans. You are the captain, the ship is your tool, and the ocean is life. Thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. Wherever this meets you, I hope you carry a little more softness into your day. If this resonated with you, feel free to share it with somebody who might need it too. Keep creating, keep wondering, and take care of your light. Until next time.